Okay, so here we go. Hold on a second.
What is it? You gotta see what's going on on your screen right now. Or else you're gonna get bopped by that cannon right in front of you. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a little bit. We gotta be in the right. Exactly. So you have to be able to see what's going on, but you kind of need to see both at the same time because there's little secrets. Like there's eggplants, right? There's a time limit though, as you can see up the top screen there.
Peppers. Dangerous. Oh, you gotta find your way through this labyrinth of a thing.
And the actual maze is visible from the outside.
Okay, so you would like look at the outside view
as
to
a
see where
reference
you are.
point. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like the puzzle facet of this.
And then you tilt the gamepad to get up to move the camera around. You know, so it's totally unnecessary details. The game did not need to have these things, but it's just showing off Wii U shit. It's like at Nintendo's request, you know? You can see them, I can see them showing this off and Nintendo being extremely happy.
Yeah, like you mentioned, a Nintendo Land. I think aside of that, even Nintendo had trouble themselves implementing new, oh wow.
There we go.
Even Nintendo had trouble implementing new features themselves with their own games, with the tablet.
Excuse me. So there are secrets down here, consisting of, isn't there a dude? Hold on a second. I gotta be careful before I leave. I want to say there's a dude down here.
I'm not sure.
One of these corners. Is it only in the mission?
Is there something flashing down there, or?
Oh no. I hope it's not only during that one part. Because then I wouldn't be able to see it. Ah, shit, I might have done that too fast.
Really?
Because none of these look cracked to you, do they? No, they don't.
Nope.
It might have only been a side of a wall that you could see while you're in there. Okay. There we go. Wonder Sniper.
Grigori Zaitsev.
Alright. So let me just finish this up real quick. And Wonder Fighter.
Rodolfo Munoz.
Welcome.
Hey, luchador.
Babyface Batcher. Okay, so we got the two. We should be good to go. Yes.
Good stuff.
And
alright, so there's a spiked wall here.
Yeah, so there's a secret back here, right?
Can you do a ball and head inside the fence there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hero of Heart Fragment. So
good stuff, Link.
Exactly. We just need one more. So, Mr. Reggie Research, right? As a subscriber and avid stan and fan of Platinum Games, their entire history is interesting. And you told me that in the process of doing what you do so well, you looked up the history.
Yeah, I checked a few things actually.
And you learned a thing or two?
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting.
Would you care to share with the class your book report?
Well,
on where Platinum Games came from?
You know all about some of their main games, you know, like they made like Mad World, Infinite Space, Bayonetta, Vanquish.
Infinite Space is one that is often forgotten. A lot of people don't know about Infinite Space, but that's the DS shmup that they made. But it's got that P-Star logo on it. Never forget.
Did you try it actually?
I did for a little bit, and it's all right. It's all right, but I never went super far into it.
Okay. Well,
hold on a second. Let me just remember something. Let me see which
one.
Try
to crush these turtles.
Energy Converter and Unite Charge is what I have. Yes. Okay. Yeah, because there's one ability that I don't have yet that would make these turtles a lot easier to deal with, and I'm kind of just trying to remember. I think running in circles around them, actually, to get that nice deflect is a good idea. Let's get that bounce, Come on.
Trying to counter those attacks. Oh, they stretch. Okay.
Yes, snapping turtles.
So yeah, like, where did Platinum Games come from? If we go back all the way to 2006, there was this company called Seas. And this company was founded after Capcom started messing with Mikami and Inaba's company called Clover Studio. Clover basically, it stood for creativity lover. And it was like...
Really? That I didn't know.
Yeah.
Clover, they just had the logo that was the flower.
That's right. And it was actually a mashup of both of their names, because Mikami, they took Mi, which basically stood for three, like Hitotsu, Futatsu, Mitsu, three, Mikami. And Inaba, they took the Ba, which like is Ha or leaf, so three-leaf clover.
Oh my god.
So that's where you take the clover name.
Oh my god, that's wacky. Okay, that's fun. I didn't catch that.
Mikami and Inaba working together.
Yeah.
And Clover was a research and development thing from Capcom. They wanted to make more new IPs, basically have creative freedom, just like Sega's AM teams or the CS teams, in a similar fashion. So they started making games, and they worked on a bit of Beautiful Joe, the PS2 port, Beautiful Joe 2, on GameCube and PS2, Okami and God Hand. But unfortunately, after all that, like, we all love these games, but they didn't sell as much as we wanted it, you know?
This LP is getting more views than sales of the Wonderful 101.
Oh my god.
That's how bad it is. It was. Like, the fact that so many people in the comments are like, yeah, always heard how hyped this game was, watched your first preview of it, but never touched it. I was like,
sad.
I didn't realize how few people had a Wii U, and of those few people that had a Wii U, how many didn't grab this game. You know?
Thank you for touching these games, actually.
It is astounding.
You're doing a favor for most people out there, and they're not even grateful for it.
Hey, no.
No, that's true. That's not true.
Quite frankly, more than anything, my real, like in a lot of cases, it's like I'm playing, like, depending on what I'm playing, like, I want you to be aware of these awesome games and get them, right? In this case, I'm also hoping for the port, right? When it's a game this dated, or the purchase, and you're not going to go back and buy a Wii U at this phase in your life, I'm hoping for the port to come along at this point, because that's the best way to give this game a second chance, you know?
It deserves one. This one, definitely.
So speaking of second chances, though.
So Clover was doing stuff, and obviously didn't meet Capcom's expectation. So Capcom was like, okay, this isn't working. We're going to try to like merge you back internally and just have you work for us. And the Clover team was like, no, Roger. Fuck you. Like, you're trying to like assimilate us again, just like you did like with all these other cool projects that were happening.
After they separated themselves.
And they bounced.
Right.
They were just like, we're out of there.
I remember. Yeah.
And that's when Clover was dissolved by Capcom, and Inaba and Mikami left with the seeds of the team.
So that's the thing is, I remember, so Team Beautiful, right, was like the name they were using back when that game came out, and they had the big fancy logo, and it was awesome. Clover Studio was what you ended up seeing on like Okami and such. And then yes, after that, that team was dissolved. We got the Seeds logo, and that was like, oh shit! It's the next generation. You know, where do we go from here? I remember getting hype over that logo.
That's right.
But then what happened?
So wow, these guys left, and it was kind of a tragedy for Capcom because it was some of the biggest departures from the company in the last 2 decades. I think the only thing that compared was like. Maybe when Yoshiki Okamoto and Akira Yasuda, the guys who were like creative planners on like all the fighting games for Capcom, like Final Fight, SF2, all the Captain Commando stuff, Darkstalkers,
left to go do
First Strike, they left. And they were like, yes, screw Capcom, you're not giving us like the freedom that we want. And aside from that, maybe like Inafune leaving in 2010, and like all of them complained of the same things. Like Capcom was actually there were rumors that they were making the same projects over and over again with sequels and existing IPs, and maybe like 70 to 90% of all their projects were actually sequels. And they were like, come on, make some new stuff. Give me some new food.
Right, but Inafune was a little bit different though. But that's generally cited as the vibe of what was going on way back then. Yeah.
Exactly. So these guys left, and there was also Tatsuya Minami,
Yes.
who was the ODD founder, and he was also a Capcom OG. He was. Oh
That
wow!
not?
There's some action. Wait, I want to see that.
Commander Nelson, enemy reinforcements approaching. I'm reading 12 carriers and 200 assault UFOs.
That's a big team. This is like Independence Day kind of shit.
Basically, look at this thing.
It vanished. Okay. What?
Snapping into position.
How do you fight that?
How do you fight that? Good fucking question.
Yo.
They're gonna swarm the Virgin Victory!
Hold on! We will be left without escape!
Gun stations, open fire. Shoot down those hostiles and defend the Virgin Victory.
At all costs.
Well, who are the
happening?
what? Who are the gun stations? Could you possibly be me? Am I the gun station? It appears so. Let's fucking get it.
Mission start.
Literally, we aim and we shmup on the boy as we try to save the civilian ships.
Don't let him touch it.
I gotta shoot down the missiles.
Meet.
There we go. I like how that little stop prompt is like, stop! Help!
Oh, and the monster has recognized you out. Right now it's fighting you now.
Yeah. So you gotta aim. And then that snap animation is so fucking sick. It's scary because it makes a noise that's just like, oh fuck, where'd it go? You know? Like you like fighting something like that. It's well, anyway, it's a reference to anime things you possibly haven't seen yet, but it's terrifying. It could be. Like the ability to oh shit. I missed all of those.
No.
That was terrible. It's okay. It's
Violent
okay.
spikes.
We're doing damage. We're doing damage. His windup isn't. There we go. See if you keep on him long enough, he kind of like gets staggered a bit.
And sometimes the plane even thanks you.
Yes.
Recognition.
I'd much rather you shoot at me. There you go. Way easier if you shoot at me. Than to deal with this, like
No.
you know what I mean? Okay, those are missing.
Stop. Gotta intercept those missiles.
There we go.
Just like the American Star Wars program.
Basically. We're good. All right, we're fine.
Good job. Making Reagan proud. So yeah, Minami. He founded, Capcom OG. And
Shoot that jump hook. 1 second. We're riding on the chain. We're switching ships. Action doesn't stop. When they left, right. So go on. Sorry to keep
no
interrupting.
problem.
This
no
game is
problem.
very high octane, so you know.
Walking on the chain like the flying Walendas right now.
Like I only wish these moments where you're walking on the chain. I wish they were like sprinting like fucking ninja running like Naruto,
run.
you know, like team in full effect, like for maximum impact. I'd love to see that, you know. But yes,
So yeah, Tatsuya Minami, he was a planner on Super Goals and Ghosts.
okay.
Final Fight,
Way back in the
SF2
day.
Champion Edition, and he was one of the producers also on Resident Evil when it was ported to Sega Saturn. Helped with Vampire Savior, Mega Man Legends, another thing that deserves some love.
Oh hell yeah.
Mega Man Legends, and after that, Platinum Game stuff. Started his company, but they merged pretty quickly. I didn't find anything for ODD, the company that he was on.
Okay.
That being said, they started working together, and when they merged, they got a partnership with Sega, and that's when they started working on Mad World, Infinite Spade, all these games. They
Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah, Anarchy Reigns, also known as Max Anarchy,
Yeah.
Vanquish. It was supposed to be a partnership for 4 games, which was extended with Max Anarchy in the end. And that game's also in the same universe as Mad World, apparently.
Yes, because the main character Jack shows up
I see.
in both.
Yeah. And Max Anarchy was the last Platinum game that was published by Sega. So if you look at the game that they had, like Mad World, it was a bloody beat 'em up.
Bayonetta
Like
1,
a
Bayonetta 1
slash.
as well, actually, was published by them.
Yep. It came on the Wii for Mad World, and there were actually some violence controversies about that game. Like people were like, "Oh, it's too violent for the Wii, and blah, blah, blah. We don't want our kids playing our smut." Blah, blah, blah."
Man, like Nintendo at that point had already had Shadow Man on its previous consoles and shit. Like the idea of Nintendo kiddie stuff is like it's a console. Relax. It's not a content. It's not a fucking a content. It's not a sign of the type of content. That's up to the game developer. It's just a piece of hardware which is going to have various types of content on it. A DVD player does not guarantee family-friendly movies, you know?
Yeah.
But I think we figured that out eventually, or at least parents did, because that shit is really stupid and has since gone on because who the like you shop in the family section to buy family games. You don't fucking buy family consoles, you know. But anyway, the name Nintendo was people are going on old like knowledge and just always associated with a kid's toy. So that was the thought, you know.
The violence in video games controversy is always going to come back at some point.
But not even just that, but like it's like, oh, this is for my 4-year-old, right? And it's like, does NA or like NA16 seem like it says it's for your 4-year-old?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Do a little parental work, you know?
I don't know if you saw recently, but it was also.
Whoa.
Wow, what's happening here?
The plane I was on blew the fuck up.
Jeez.
Jump! Like from the back of one exploding plane as it's blowing up onto the next one. Onto the Geth Jerk ship. That's how we do it.
Platinum. I don't know if you saw recently, but you know Ken Blue River?
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I think it was like maybe like a few days ago he came out and he posted this article from this newspaper from Paraguay that was saying like, oh, this is like video games are causing our kids to go into like seizures and violent outbreaks, and they were listing like the most violent video games, and I think their top 10 was like Fortnite, like Tekken, Smash Bros.
Wow.
And then they misspelled Manhunt and they put Manhunt. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about at this point.
Unfortunately, you know, the journalism in Paraguay is probably years behind, and I guess that person writing that article was not aware of the fact that we've been through this with Jack Thompson before, you know. True.
I'm all about that Manhunt, man.
Manhunt.
So yeah, there was so Mad World did that happen. Infinite Space came out, like we said, real-time tactical RPG on DS, and then Bayonetta, the baby of Kamiya.
That's what set it on fire.
That was his vision of the ideal woman, Bayonetta.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a whole documentary you can watch within the eyes of Bayonetta where they break down the full production process, the character designs and everything. And like one of my favorite details in that was the fact that he's like, yeah, this is Kamiya's ideal girl, right? And he was told, I think at the time by Sega, was like, she's nice and all, but ditch the glasses. Right? Like, we don't know why she doesn't need glasses. And,
Fuck that.
And Kamiya was like, how about you eat shit? Now every single character in the game has glasses. And like, you go back and watch,
Yes.
and literally every character in the game has glasses in some shape or form, whether that be shades or a monocle. Everyone has fucking glasses now.
Freaking thank you.
Can't be
Stick
told
it
what
to
to
them.
do.
Oh, you don't want that? I'm gonna make it.
Cannot
Gonna
be
make it
told,
happen.
cannot be stopped, cannot be controlled. Absolute madman. Mad lad.